Okay, we're back again. This is a Valsymphonies. We actually continue from where we actually stopped from the part one of the film orchestral cinematic music known as Conqueror. That was my track, of course. This is the track here. Remember, I played a preview of the music. I'm going to do it again. We're going to continue from where we stopped. We actually were at the transitory point where we actually showing how the music turns from one place to the other. So let's hear the music one more time. Then we're going to get back into the door and listen. Okay, that's the music. Oh, this is great. This is great. So now let's just dive into the door. Okay. Now we actually played it to this point. Okay. Now yeah, this is my mix console. All right, that was a beautiful transition there. Now let's hear what was happening at the percussive section. So if I come here, wow. Oh, I just happened. I just thought about something. Let me show you what each of these sections we're doing. Right? I probably I overlooked that at the part one. I didn't actually show you what each of them were doing. I can quickly show you that because I just feel like that the effect you heard at this transition was a combination of the percussive section and let's see what the string section contributed to that. Now, did you hear that? Let's hear again. The bass. Oh, did you hear that sweet, sweet low bass? Now, somewhere here, I heard something that was very beautiful. Now, this sounds good, but when you bring in this low bass, hear the way it sounds. Oh, that was great. Now let's hear what was the contribution of this animated section. Okay, the animated section. Let's turn this up. Let's go with that from here. That was another beautiful part of it. They add this kind of movement to it. So when you add both together, you hear this. You have this. Oh, that's it. Let's add the woodwinds all by themselves for now. All by themselves. Let's hear the woodwind all by themselves. No, not this part. The woodwind. Oh, I love this flute sustain. I know some of you really want to know what library or what instrument did that. So let's play that back. Hear that? This is from Audio Imperia. There's a full ensemble, woodwind full ensemble, and you also have this guy, flute sustain from the orchestra. Oh, that sounds so great. But I think I did something on that flute channel. Actually tamed some of those very toppy sound, so it would not hurt the ears. Do you hear that? This part. So if I bypass that, some of you might feel uncomfortable when you hear it raw. Let's hear. Okay, it depends what's your perspective with that sound. To me, it's a little bit, it sizzles a little bit, and it's too sharp, and it's a little bit ink, as if the top frequency of the note. So let's bring it back. Yes, here it was a little mild. When you add that up with the other guys, Yeah, it does great. So now that was the part where these guys were doing their job. Now let's hear the brass section. Oh my god. Do you really feel what I'm feeling? Now that French horn. Now a little meanwhile you can put down your comments right at the comment section. Just ask any question, whatever I think I was supposed to emphasize more, or probably if you have a particular video you actually want me to make for you to do as far as film music, orchestral, cinematics is concerned, including audio engineer. I am an audio alchemist as well, as far as audio post-production, production, and the editing is concerned. Is part of what Valsymphonies does. So and much more, just music production and audio post-production, film music, just anything at all as far as that is concerned. Now now look at that French horns here. Did you hear that? This sounds great. Okay. I also heard. Okay, this tuba is also doing something here. That's the low end frequency, the low part of the brass section. There's one. Okay. Did you hear? Did you hear other parts too? This part. this is so this sounds so good. Oh god, this I mean this is great. So now let's hear what was there anything from the box. The box was not really doing anything at that much, so let's hear everything. Now some just came up my thought right now. Not my thought now. You are going to be using a whole lot of key switches to actually affect those effects. For example, like this one here. Let's hear what happened here. Now there's a key switch here, right? Now let's bring up the library. I think this was from one of Sony's cost production for Symphony, right? For Symphony Essentials. All right, now there's a key switch that is doing stuff here that is making that make that sound, that progressive kind of movement. So I'm going to turn that key switch. Just now, do you see something change? The key switch now is here. Now that's not what I wanted. Let's go to another one. That's another one. So all right, so that's it. Let's take it back to where it was. Okay, so you have this. So when you add that all up, so it gives you that feeling that a group of brass section guys were doing that effect. Okay, so now let's move into the next section, which to me is one of the best section I love so much. One of the best ones. That is not all the best. All of them are beautiful. Whoa! Did you hear that? Now, okay, you heard that? Some of you can really guess. You can tell me what library is doing that. If you already know the library, you can put it at the comment section. Okay, maybe next time we'll come up, you can tell me exactly what library was doing that. I will not show it to you here. Now listen to it again. Okay, you hear that? You hear that? Now let's hear the library again. This is again. On to go. Yeah, I know you're going to look at my track because there's this kind of an expo there. There you see something like a KT master. That might be telling that it's a contact instrument, but I won't tell you which particular library I use for to do that. But they are very nice. It's the same library. You hear that? Very nice. When you combine that with other rhythmic section, okay, this one I'm going to show you this bass breakout. Hear that? Yeah, we'll call it batok or something like that. I hope I'm not going to expose the answer to the question or the challenge I just posed right now. Yes, okay, I'm happy I did not expose it. Okay, this sound is from Trailer Strings, musical sampling company. Okay, it is called batok snap. It's like when you use the stick of your cello. Sorry, orchestra guys, please tell me the name of that stick. When you use it to flog or beat your cello, right? You beat the cello, instead of bowing it, you're beating the cello, pam, 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 pam. Then you are getting that kind of an effect, okay? While you're actually using your other hand, that's your left hand, to change the pitch of that pam, 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 pam. So it can give you that kind of an effect. So you hear that? You hear that? And I think there were also key switches that was really helping to make those changes. So this is that. Now if I put it with the other strings, hear that? Makes sense. Oh my god. Now that's another one. Now I'm not going to also tell you that now let me play that part so you can go find out that violas gliss down, right? Tell me which library I used to do that. Okay, there's a library I used to do that, so you tell me which library I used to do that. Okay, if you know it, that means you are a pro. Yeah, really, you are a pro. Which library did you see? I didn't say if you didn't get it, you are not good. Okay, it's just a quiz, just my own way of let's relate. Okay, let's talk. Okay, just tell me which library used to do that. Okay, it might not even be the exact library I used to do that particular one. There are other libraries in the market that do that. So whoa, that's it. The same library I used to do this one. I think the same library I also used to do this one too. Let's release that. Yeah, so if I have to play back this section with those glisses up and down, so let's see what's going to sound. Okay, another one coming. The first one came down, the other one went up. So now let's release everything. Let's hear the way everybody was actually playing their part. Okay. Okay, we're entering next section here. Oh, I love that. Is another one going? Whoa. See how the brass section came in with power alongside with the percussive section. All right, that's it. Now you're hearing a whole lot of beautiful things going on here. That nice stuff. Whoa, do you hear that string section? Let me take that again. Oh wow. Oh wow, something just happened. Oh, it's so emotional. It just touches so deep. What, did you hear that? Whoa, that sounds great. Now let's see which library or which instrument was used to do that sound. I know many of you will like that kind of sound. You like it. You like that top pitch. Whoa, this is another audio imperial. This is nucleus strings full ensemble. The top frequency did that. That's great. Let's put it up with the rest. Yeah, that's it. Now, something very important just came up now. While you're doing all of this, just make sure that your sound is not clipping. Okay, if you check my master digital output meter here, we're talking about RMS max minus 8.5, the peak 0 minus 0.3. Anyway, this is not the final output. Here I'm going to use a limiter, but I'm really concerned about this real loudness, the actual loudness, not the peak, because if the loudness here, I have like 8 dBs between the loudness to the peak. Let's check out the LUFS meter, which is my best to use for analysis. I have the short term, the loudest of the short term loudness is about minus 11.2. We might be higher. You have momentary max minus 8.9. Of course, the peak minus 0.3. Now, what I'm trying to say is that my loudest point on my door is around that minus 11, minus 10, minus 9. The highest minus 8. Okay. Why? I don't want, in fact, the quieter the better. The quieter the better. I don't want to clip. I don't want to go overboard. Okay, that's not what I want. I don't want to clip. I don't want to go overboard. Okay, listen, LU. So there's space. You have to give it some space to breathe. See, between your loudness and the peaks, give your music some space to breathe. Okay, don't cloud up everything. Okay, give it some space to breathe. That's it. It gives them the freedom to actually express every nuances, every consonant of voice that makes sense of the sounds that I use in the music, and they will gel and interconnect properly the way they should, without any form of distortion and all of that. Okay, except if the distortion is added intentionally. Okay. Okay, this was the next section. Conqueror. You can see on my marker here, you see Conqueror to exposition, something like that. So that's just it. So now short transition. So let's just go. Oh, it didn't start like that. Don't mind. I actually had the timpani roll. Now some of you are like, what did I use for that timpani? Now the timpani is like a collaboration here between the action strike and itself, right, or herself. I don't know, but that's the timpani. This timpani is from Sinu score for Symphony Essentials. So if I touch that, hear that? So that's what it does. I also heard a vocal part. Hear that part actually let the background drone so kind of stuff for the flutes to soar. Do you hear that part? Now let's take this part again. Should I give you a quiz on this as well? Okay, let me show you what library I used to do that. Okay, it's actually the complete orchestra. Okay, so is the orchestra complete? I'll kind of mix it. Okay, the orchestra complete. Let's see that part again. Do you see it? So if let me just pick it and touch it. Hear the way it sounds? Did you hear that? So this is so. Now let's bring them together. There was combination of the flute, that beautiful flute, sustain, and the conqueror to create that. Now, did you hear that the vocal part? I did not say anything about vocals. Now, they were actually working, but I did not talk much about it because this part of the stuff actually make the vocals more pronounced. So let's hear that vocal part. Yeah, now you got it. This is GSC Bright Choir for. No, don't bother looking for GSC. Just look for Bright Choir vowels with lot. Don't worry. I'm going to be leaving my presets. Anytime from now, I'm going to leave my presets. So some of you that actually like the way my instruments sound, and you want to have that similar kind of effect with this particular or with a particular library. Like for example, if you actually like how this one sounds, let me play that vocal part alone. If you like the way it sounds and you want my preset, I'll just leave your comment. Leave your comment. Yeah, leave your comment at the comment section. Do you hear the way it sounds? Okay. Do you hear some key switch or things was changed? So I will not leave a preset there for you, so you can actually copy it and use it in your DAW, and it will sound great, just like mine. Okay, you see that? You see that? Now let me touch one a bit. Oh, that's a male. That's a female. Yes, that's. Now this key switch. Yeah. Hmm. That sounds great, isn't it? Okay. Well, so let me raise it up a little bit more. I just want you to really hear. Hmm. You hear that? Okay. Those are the males. Oh, that's great. Hmm. I know you would want to hear what that this part sounds like in everything. So let's take it back to take my volume level back to the so now let's now play it. Let's go. Everything together. Okay, that's it. Now, do you notice that when the male came out, there was another layer? I might call that a counterpoint. It's just a different melody, you know, layered, or can I say it's another color or harmony, whatever I might call that, which followed the male section. You hear that? Now let me search for that instrument and bring it up for you. You see that? These two, these two did that magic. Now this one is going to be a quiz. Tell me which library did I use to do this a full ensemble? Okay, it could be another library that you know. Okay, but if it sounds great like mine or maybe better than mine, that's great. That's good. I might even go for it because of you. All right. So now let's hear everything together. Okay. I heard somebody telling me, how do you just know how to put these two together? You might be wondering how did I get to know what you're thinking? Because I've been teaching music and audio for more than 2 decades now, and I get to know somehow. I just know. Can I say psychic stuff? But I know within my spirit when a student is asking some questions, like or when someone listening is asking some questions. Why I don't want to say it now? This is recorded or pre-recorded kind of a production, so I may not really hear you vocally, but I can hear in the future, assumed future, which is now you're actually watching this now, asking how does he do that? It's instinct. Simple. Musical and audio instinct. Musical instinct. It's musical alchemy. Musical, can you call it magic? It's you build your intuition. You know, but you can't just know about that when you do not listen to orchestral instrument. And there are people that are kind of natural born orchestrators. Good. But there are those that you need to listen to a particular kind of music for a while and then get that recording to subconsciousness and then you start reproducing it. Okay? So listen to good music or the kind of music you want to reproduce if you are this type. And if you are the naturally born orchestral or orchestrator, I bet you are going to know. You would know exactly what to do next. Let me play it back because I was talking over it. Wow, that was the strings and the brass guys coming in. That sounds good. Once again, if you're just joining us, if you're just joining in this particular video, I am Valsymphonies, music cosmic composer, audio alchemist or symphonic alchemist. I make music that heals, that transcends, that transforms, that elevates. I make music that creates moods, that creates an atmosphere of creativity. I make music and sound that elevates you, that takes you to that realm of infinite creativity. Kind of music that puts the buck in your pocket, that makes your bank account smile. The kind of music that makes your family great. Okay, that's the kind of audio I do. And just to mention it, I'm an audio geek, I'm an audio nerd, music, whatever. Just call it whatever name. Now you're joining us. I know you're enjoying it. So let's continue. So we've heard that part, but let's get to Now, one funny thing with orchestration is that you heard this same melody repeating itself again, but this time around with other instruments layering what we call colors. I learned that from Mark Giovanni. M-A-R-C, then Giovanni, Jovanni. If you check out that guy, he didn't pay me to do this. I really enjoy his work. That's why I'm saying it. I learned this from him. He talked about colors. He's this great guy that does a lot of cinematic and orchestral production. He's great. He's a teacher, so you can check out his link. Just type Mark Giovanni, you get there. You see kind of stuff he does. So I learned this from him about colors. People are more receptive to colors than harmonies, what you call chords. Okay, what are the colors? You hear you heard the vocals. Then when you heard this vocal, okay, then you now heard this section. Did you hear another color coming in? The color here that came in was the sound of the woodwind full, and then after the little bit transition here, which is a combination of different colors of both the strings, the brass sections, the woodwind, yes, and the voice and the vocals. Okay, I like calling all of them voices, but I like to differentiate, say, vocal, voice, and instrumental, other instrument voice, like maybe piano voice. So now this is the same music repeated but with other colors. Okay, that's what you do. Just let your imagination go wild while you're doing what you're doing. Okay, let's move on. Wow. Those glitches, remember I said when you experience that, play it back again. Probably some of the libraries are just waking up. Let's do that again. Okay, smooth and right now. My external is blinking. When I set my external drive, I just saw the light blinking there because many of the libraries are from the external drive. Now this is the full orchestration of this part of the vocal or voice kind of like choirish thing. Okay, it sounds like a Christmas thing as well, especially if you're listening to a European orchestra. Whoa. Okay, that is it. I know you might think, can we play it all over from the beginning? Definitely, if you really want, I have this this track which I'm going to upload it on my YouTube yes player. I'm going to upload it as a YouTube audio so you can go there and listen to it. Okay, this is the track. This is the track. Okay. Okay, these are my contact numbers. You can contact me with this. Okay, I think I prefer you contact me with this other number. See this one, a circle like this one. You contact me with this directly if you want to call me with a number, or you just leave your mail for me at Val Symphonies. Let me just type it here, make it big for those of you that want. Okay, let's see. Val, sorry, I have to do this. Symphonies, Valsymphonies at gmail.com. Valsymphonies at gmail.com. Okay, you can contact me with this. Let me make it very big so you can see it bigger. So this is my email address, valsymphonies at gmail.com. You can actually send me a mail there. Okay, so that's it. You can do that, or you can use that number you saw there, which is +234. Then you have 81. No, that's not 8. What am I typing? 81. But come on, concentrate. 8133880001, not 711. Okay, you can contact me with this number. You can send me an email. Also, you can just leave your comments. Okay, just leave your, I'm not a fast stepper. No, I am. Leave your comment. Leave your comments and requests okay, and requests for probably a particular video you want me to do about something. Might be about a product, an audio product, a door. It might be about any of my music you have seen on my YouTube channel. Of course, my YouTube channel, which you are watching this from, is actually YouTube. That is YouTube. Is it the slash or this other slash? Then you have at Valentine Goodwill 78. Am I correct? There's 7815. So that's Valentine Goodwill 7815. So I think I've got to save this because I might need it next time. Contact. That's what I do. So now this is how you can reach me. Okay, let me still make it bigger. Someone like, what is it doing? Yes, I'm just making it bigger. Okay, that is it. Now it's big and big enough. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed what we just showed you, what I just showed you. Okay, so all right, so just experiment in your own way how you Hmm. How you feel when you're doing your orchestral? Please don't fail to drop your comment. Like this video, support the channel by subscribing and hit the bell button so that every time a new video like this or any other stuff of this nature, music, audio, film, music is actually posted, you will see it. Okay, thank you for watching, and have an awesome and a beautiful day. So let me just put the last part of this like my outro. Okay, so see you some other video. Okay.